like a young bro. I've seen him kiwa shule hivi, we've mingled kidogo, done life together at a specific part of life. It's one guy I admire very much because kijana anajituma. And karibu sana bro.
Thank you, Karis.
Karibia Mike, usiogope. Mike hezi kakukula bana.
Thank you, Karis.
And maybe somebody tuning anashangaa, Karisa ameita hapa kwa studio ni nani? You can introduce yourself.
Yes, so my name is Julius Miri. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. Na pia nampenda Mungu sana. I work here Nairobi at Westlands at a firm known as Odero and Partners Advocates. That is where I do my things.
Yes. That's where you do your things.
Yes.
Karibu sana Miri.
Thank you.
And congratulations manze. I've seen you from Tamaking to school to pressures at shule to all these things.
Yes.
And one of the best minds I've come across. And Miri, nimekuita hapa kwa sababu najua pia Mungu analeta watu kwa life wanakuwa resources, unajua. And I consider you a resource when it comes to matters law and matters, things like what you're talking about today.
Yes.
And we're talking about company registrations.
Yes.
And requirements because mi nataka watu waache kutegemea pia serikali sana. Unaweza sema ikikam sawa, isipokam hii idea niko nayo naweza nikaifanyia kitu. And we're being urged to register this idea, register this company. And I think tutadeviate kidogo tukiendelea tuongelee pia patenting kidogo vile ina work. Si ndio? So when tunaanza kuongelea company registration, kijana anasikia saa hizi ama mtu ako interested anataka kuandika notes even for future reference, anafaa kuanzia wapi?
So the first step ni ujue kwanza ni kampuni ya nini unataka kufungua. What do you want to sell? What business idea do you have? Then once you formed that in your mind, the next step ni kwenda pale e-Citizen. Ukishafika pale e-Citizen, you register. Kuna requirements za kuregister pale kwa e-Citizen. Ambayo ni your national ID number and of course a working email. Then once you've registered your details at the e-Citizen, you engage the business registration services, commonly known as BRS. So once you click pale kwa BRS, that is when now you choose the type of company that you want to form. Yes.
So types of company ni gani na gani?
Kuna types kadhaa za kampuni. Kuna limited companies na unlimited companies, na pia kuna public companies na foreign companies. Under limited companies, there are two main types of companies. Companies limited by shares and those that are limited by guarantee. So limited by shares means umenunua kampuni imekuwa registered. Unaweka shares watu wanunue. Mtu amenunua shares. In the event hiyo kampuni itakuja kuwa liable or anything, your liability is to the extent of the shares that you own. Umenipata? So that's a company limited by shares. A company limited by guarantee, iyo sasa you are not a shareholder, rather you are a guarantor. So by a guarantor it means you contribute a certain amount of money that in the event this company goes down, hiyo ndo pesa itafanya nini? Itakujiwa. A public company ni kama hizi kina zenye ziko public listed kwa securities exchange, ambazo mtu yote anaweza kununua shares na vile pia wanauza shares. Yes, and then for a foreign company is a company that is registered by a foreigner. Yes, it is owned by a foreigner although it is situated within the country. Yes.
So niko na idea for example.
Yes.
Nimeona niko na talent ya kudesign vitu. Nataka kuanza design firm or something. Ninajitengenezea but nataka kuregister. Hiyo inaweza ingia kwa company kama gani?
Hiyo inaweza ingia kwa a limited company. Yes, a private limited company. Or pia you can also register a business name at first. There's also something we call a business name. A business name is an entity that you register to carry on business in your own name. You get? So in a business name ni Karis, but Karis anajiita Karis FM. You get? So Karis but Karis FM. So Karis FM can do everything, but ikifikisha ni 5 million and above, then Karis FM has to remit taxes to the government. So for a person who is starting as an advice, let them register a business name first before now proceeding to register a company.
So kuna vile unaweza anza na tax usilipe.
Yes, because what the law provides ni any business registered enye imefikisha tano the event of 5 million and below, then you are not supposed to pay taxes.
So mse kuna wasiwasi Miri,
Yes.
Ataki kuregister company na najua wengi wanasema gava sasa itatupata hapa hivi.
Itakuja.
Nikishaingia kwa hii data ni hivyo. Unasema unless sales zimeenda 5M
yes,
plus.
Ikifika 5M now, you have to give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Yes. So below 5M, you just register a business name, you trade with it. Yes. But if in the Atoke register your business name, you must also register with KRA. Yes. So that you ukuna file returns.
Tuongelee business name.
Yes.
Hebu tupeleke na mtaratara tu mtu anaanzia wapi.
So the business name, you want to register a business name, you log into eCitizen. Surely wanna eCitizen, you'll need your ID, passport photo, and a working email.
And working email.
Yes.
ID, passport photo, na working email.
You've registered. Ukisha register, umeenda pale kwa BRS. Click, I want to register what? A business name. Una click, then you pick 3 names. At least 3 names. So you pick Karis FM, Karis BM, Karis EM. For the registrar of business kuangalia amongst these 3 names, which one has been taken, or which one is more likely looking like another person's name, or which one is an illegality, because they are names that you can't use in the country. Yes, you can't say Karis Kenya. You can't use the name of the republic in your company. Yes.
Okay.
So once you've given 3 names, BRS, the Business Registration Services, will give you 1 name amongst the 3 that you've given them. So ukishachukua hiyo moja, then you pay, I think it's 950 shillings.
950?
Yes, 950 shillings to register a business name, and then you'll be issued with a certificate of business registration, and then you can trade with it. Yes.
By trading, unasema
you can do business with it.
As now
the business name. But mind you, in a business name, in the event ukue liable to anyone, then the government or the data can come to you directly, as opposed now to a company.
Abo expound hapo.
Sahi, unafanya kazi ya kushona sweta, si ndio? Umenishonea sweta anda Karis FM, si ndio? Anda Karis FM umenishonea sweta zikakosa kukua sawa. I want to sue you. Nikisu Karis FM hawana known assets. But is you Karis uko na kitu mahali, I can't come for that. But for a company, Karis FM and Karaoke are 2 different persons. So in the event Karis FM ndio amenikosea, I can't come to who? I can't come after Karaoke. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I get it.
Yes.
So it's all you need is 950 when it comes to pesa.
Yes, for a business name it's only 950 shillings paid via M-Pesa. Yes. Yeah.
Alafu unaeka kinyo naeka.
Yes.
Alafu unasema
because you need to input your details. Where the business is, a registered address, your PO box, a registered building. You have to input.
But tunaweka PO box baka leo.
Yeah, you need to put it. It's a requirement. Yes.
It's that easy.
Yes, it's that easy. Registering a business name is that easy.
Okay.
And you know the benefit is you can trade with it. You gain credibility. As opposed to dealing with Karis, now I'm dealing with Karis FM. So it's more credible. It has a name. I'm dealing with an entity as opposed to a person. Yes.
Acha we take a breather. When you come back, sasa tutaangalia umuhimu, the advantages.
Yes.
Because if we are encouraged to register this as companies etc, there means kuna advantages.
Yes, there are
lots of benefit.
Yes.
Yeah, meona kwanza kuna seriousness ina come out kwa clients.
Okay.
Akiandika jina yako pale anaona these are registered.
Yes, this is an existent entity.
Wow.
Yes.
Let's pay some bills. And I'm hanging out with Julius Miri here, and clearly you can see he's a well-informed young man. Ana hata notes natoa tu kwa kichwa.
This is the afternoon switch in your afternoon shift with Karis.
Biashara na Faith Kaulu.
Hujambo msikilizaji na karibu. Wafanyabiashara walio na maduka kando mwa barabara ya Wayakiwe eneo la Westlands Nairobi wanakadiria hasara kubwa. Hii ni baada ya vibanda vyao kubomolewa leo hii. Wengi wa walioathiriwa ni wenye hoteli ndogo na walio na vibanda. Hii ni katikati ya kituo cha magari cha ABC na jumba la Safaricom. Wafanyabiashara hao wanalalama wakisema kuwa hawakufahamishwa wala hata kutahadharishwa kuhusu ubomozi wa vibanda vyao, wengi wakisema kuwa ubomozi huo umekuwa ghafla tu. Na kwingineko, huenda mtandao wa X sasa ukaanza kuwalipisha wanaotumia mtandao huo ada ya kila mwezi. Kulingana na mkurugenzi mtendaji wa X, Elon Musk, hatua ya kuanzisha malipo ya kila mwezi itakabiliana na wanaounda akaunti za uongo almaarufu bots. Ni mapendekezo ambayo yameibua hisia mseto, walio kwenye mtandao huo wakionekana kupinga hatua hiyo, wadadisi na hata wachambuzi wakitabiri kuwa huenda hatua hiyo ikapunguza kwa kiwango kikubwa idadi ya watu wenye mtandao wa X, hivyo basi kupunguza thamani yake. Ndio mwisho wa taarifa za biashara. Jina langu ni Faith Kaulu. Kwa heri.
Shajara la biashara.
Hope FM, another quality service from Christ, is the answer ministry.
Picture this in Kenya. A whopping 80% of the population embraces Christian values. To them, hope isn't just a word, it's a way of life. Introducing Hope Skiza by Hope Media, an innovative right-back tone platform meticulously designed to captivate your callers with an array of cherished Christian content. Dive into a world of curated gospel melodies that will uplift your spirit. Through Hope Skiza, callers can indulge in a wide selection of melodies, meticulously chosen sermon excerpts, wholesome Christian comedic sketches, and so much more. We're calling on all gospel musicians and content creators to submit their content through Hope Skiza at citum.org. Because hope is contagious. It's time to spread the hope. Hope Skiza. Spread the hope.
Don't know what to say. Dreams levi tu umefanya. Acha come through ajione. Hakuna mtu anaweza kana. Me free me, you have a friend in me. Now suddenly I can see you plan for me, and now you're blessing me so certainly. You are my shelter in the time of war. There's nobody greater than the one I know. Many Linda everywhere I go. That's for sure, let me tell them more. Ananipenda mi ubonga na ye, alinijenga nikapona na ye, kanisamehe sina noma na ye. Yes, uniwe na tumakise.
Kama si neema yako, kama si nguvu zako, tungekuwa wapi? Umefanya hili, umefanya lile, umenipa jina Baba nina.
Thanks to the Lord, it is good to sing praises to your name, it is good to declare your love in the morning, faithfulness by night, it is good. Love because you carried and paid the price eternally. I'm winning in this life and I ain't gotta fight. The blood is on me, so I'm high, seated in heavenly places with my Christ. They call me son of the dawn, walking by faith cause Jesus opened the door. Yeah, he left it on the cross. I say Jesus left it on the cross. Hey, that's why I dance no morning. Joy comes in the morning. Joy comes in the morning. You see, joy comes in the morning.
Kama si neema yako, kama si nguvu zako, tungekuwa wapi? Yeah. Oh, Baba nina. Oh, Mungu wa miungu. Bwana wa mabwana. Baba nina. Oh, umefanya hili, umefanya lile. Oh, pokea utukufu. Pokea utukufu.
We have 1,005 songs and more. Andrew Willie, Pastor Pat, and Shem in that beautiful rendition of Nina Shukuru, getting us to my brother. What's the correct title? Advocate of the High Court. Mpendi nikosekana.
Yes.
Najua graduation ya lawyers.
Yes.
Mnaitango advocate hata hujaingia kibarua. Advocate simama. Tuko na advocate kwa boma. lakini graduation ya kuna course ingine. Acha nisiende kwa courses, but I'm joking, so mtu asikuwe offended. Mimi wana walimu appreciate vizuri wakati sherehe inafanywa nyumbani. Sherehe inaweza tapigwa na mwalimu mmoja hajafika, ndiye ana travel, lakini sherehe inaendelea nyumbani. Unasikia mwalimu atafika, tutamwambia ulikuja, lakini advocate na engineer afadhali ifanywe usiku, lakini lazima kuwe hapo. Anyway, we're talking about kwanza clearly nimeona kuregister company name kwa kijana naanza, I think a business name. Yes. Kwa kijana naanza, I think hiyo ni way nzuri, is the best place to start. Miri pia kuna wale wanasikiza saa hizi anaangalia EBs amekuwa kicheza chini ya maji, imeshafika 5 million kuendelea. Ni venye tu amekuwa akijificha, lakini unajua ujifichagi for long. Kwanza saa hizi wanaangalia M-Pesa, wanaangalia very small details. Yes. In due time watakupata. Hata landlord wetu alipatikana, ilibidi ametukujia ametuita mkutano. Waliona hii pesa inaingia kwa M-Pesa ya umza. So huyo amefikisha 5M kuendelea. Yes, anasema anataka kufanya tu vitu legally sasa. Anaweza unamadvise aje?
Anataka kuregister now a company. So the first step tutaanza tu vile tulisema, is through eCitizen. At the eCitizen una navigate, unafika pale kwa Business Registration Services, BRS. So ukisha click pale kwa BRS, you choose the business entity that you want to register. So in this event you want probably a private company. So a private company in Kenya must have at least 2 directors and not more than 50 members. Yes. So the process of registration is almost similar to the previous one, only that this one kuna more forms that you need to fill. So the first form that you need to fill is what we call CR1, company registry form 1. So this form 1, you fill out your name, the name of the company, and of course the other details that you're required to fill. And then you're also supposed to put at least 3 names. 3 names of the company you intend to form, so that the business registry will choose amongst the 3 one of the name. And then the next step you're supposed to do is you pay for the search name services, business search name, which is around 150 shillings for your name, for the name to be searched, whether it's identical to another name or whether it's an illegal name.
150.
Yes, so you pay 150 shillings. So once that is confirmed is when now you can fill these other forms. The CR1 I've said, you talk about the company and its registered address. Then there's also what we call CR8. And the CR8 una register majina za directors, their details and their addresses. Na penye wanakaa na penye wanaishi na kenye wanafanya. So kama ni wakili utaandika ni wakili, if it's a journalist utaandika huyo director ni journalist. And then there is a form tunaita BN6. So under the BN6 hapa sasa ndo KRA wana come in. Is why you feel unasema paia turnover hii kampuni itakuwa ni pesa fulani, the capital of this company ni pesa fulani. So you feel BN6. And then once all this is done and wanna feel you've satisfied everything that is required under the Companies Act, you are issued with a certificate of incorporation. So certificate incorporation in essence means you can trade with that name. So once you're issued with that certificate of incorporation, it means you exist. Yes. And then while submitting all these documents, the CR1, CR2, CR8 and the BN6, you're supposed to pay at least 10,650. Yes. So registering a company, you're required to pay 10,650 for the documents, and then there's 150 shillings for searching the name.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you also need to engage a lawyer for a lawyer to do to you 2 very important documents. Ya kwanza inaitwa Memorandum of Association. So Memorandum of Association inaeka the objectives or the objects of the company. Umetengeneza kampuni, nataka ikuwe ni kampuni ya kufanya kitu fulani, nataka ikuwe ni kufanya kitu fulani. Then there's Articles of Association. Articles of Association ni katiba yenyu hapo kwa kampuni, it's your constitution. So it governs the relationship between you and another shareholder. You get? So you'll need a lawyer to draw these documents. So these documents una submit pale BRS, BRS wakiona umesatisfy all the requirements wanakupatia the certificate of incorporation and you become a legal entity. Yes.
Mary, why should a young person right now
Yes.
amekuwa amelauncha busy yake pale labda ni KDF amesupply mta mzima anafeel kona kitu unique yenye anaweza taka kuregister maybe anaona atakuwa town bakery in a few years to come like mipango kama hizo. Kuna huyu hapa ametuandikia anasema yeye akona personal business. Kwanza ngoja kidogo, huyu anasema mimi nashona nguo.
Yes.
Niko na BRS certificate alichukua this year.
Yes.
Anauliza hiyo certificate ina benefit aje sasa kama mfanyabiashara anashona nguo, ina benefit aje na anaweza trade aje nayo ama anaitwa Godfrey Oyenga na Korwaraka anasema yeye ameshona nguo ameingia hapo akona the certificate. Anajaribu kuuliza itamsaidiaje na hapo ndio pia nilikuwa nataka kuulizia kijana mwenye anatusikia saa hizi. Anasema why should I get
register.
my
there are various benefits you see ukisha register company, one, you have the benefit here, you can sue and you can also be sued in the name of that company. And that is very important kwa sababu you see in the event hii company inakuja kuwa na a lot of liability hawawezi kufikia. They will come after the assets of what? Of the company. Number two, another benefit ya kuregister company ni ensure succession. Succession to the extent that assuming today you have a company and God forbid umeenda wenye watabaki wataendeleza kampuni, so it ensures continuity. And then pia inakupa what we call credibility. Because wewe ukikuja as a person kwangu na huyu akuje na kampuni, I would rather deal with a registered entity as opposed to an individual. Another thing pia inasaidia is what we call equity financing. Equity financing means as a company that has been registered, naweza kukimbia kwa bank nipatiwe loan as opposed to an individual. Ukienda kwa bank leo Karis unaweza pata your credit is limited. But for a company unaweza you sell an idea and they give you more money. Yes. So those are some of the benefits.
So huyo fundi akona certificate ya BRS.
Yes.
Unasema ako more credible in the face of other banks na na customers
na
investors. Ako more credible than fundi anashonia tu pale mtaani hajawahi shughulika.
Yes. Plus here anaweza kujiuza anywhere, akienda kwa social media aweke, it becomes more credible to deal with a company than an individual. The same way ukikuwa unauza sweater na Kenit wanauza sweater, you see Kenit is a brand. So if you have a name and it has a brand, it becomes easier for you. Yes.
Okay. Some questions coming here. Allow me just to ask these questions because this is why I invited you here.
Yes.
And actually when I see people are interested in this conversation, I'm like, it was time. Unasema Chris, kwanza nauliza guest wako hapo, hii personal business inahitaji ukwe na pesa ngapi kuregister ndio ukwe na KRA pin and those other persons personal detail? I think zinakuwa gaine. Anasema I think zinakuwa gaine. Ulikuwa umesema ID,
passport, KRA pin and those are the main
na working email or something.
Na working email, yes, a Gmail working email.
Anauliza, so how much money do I need so that I may have my company completely registered?
For business registration, I think tulisema ni only 950. Yes.
Company ulisema
10,650 plus 150 now.
Na kuna lawyer hapo hivyo.
Na kuna lawyer hapo kutengenezea katiba ya kampuni.
This one says I have a small cleaning company. Ndio ameanza. I've been trading with it now. From what I've heard in your conversation with the guest is that you can't include the name Kenya in your business name. And mine is let's call it XXX Kenya Cleaners. The person I gave to do me a name search and register for me this company landed on this name -- Kenya Cleaners. Among the 3 names I gave out, though aliuma 1K, but up to now I don't really know if it was really registered or not? I was not given any certification. I need an advice here, please.
Yes, there's a way mtu anaangalia if a business is in existence.
So anaweza kuwa lichezo akakuliwa tu hivyo.
Yes, so anaweza enda hapo tu kwa BRS again, the e-citizen, aende kwa what we call a company search. So company search ni 650
pole so ingia e-citizen.
Yes, ataingia e-citizen, aende kwa BRS and then aende pale kwa company search. So kwa company search is where you search for companies registered in Kenya and business entities registered in Kenya. Huwa inakula 600 and then 50 shillings a transaction. So for 650 she will be able to know kama alichezwa, but from what I know, can't use the name Kenya for a company.
So Pius, mundu wako ni kama alijilipa wifi. Vizuri usikage ukijua register company. Alafu from Kenya umesema ni kitu kijana anaweza jifanyia.
Yes.
Ni kitu mtu anaweza akajifanyia. Chris and wakili anasema we registered an NGO in the late 2012 but it has not been operation and we have not filed any returns to KRA and we would like to revive it again. Kindly advise if there is any repercussion since we've been dormant all those years.
There are repercussions na KRA because you see for KRA you must file your returns at the end of every year. In the event you've not filed returns, then kuna penalty. So atalipishwa penalty from 2012 to date, they'll calculate it and then atalipishwa. Yes, but I would advise him afanye hiyo search, ajue the status of the NGO. Yes, but the penalty is almost certain it is there.
Itakuwa. Okay. Unajua nikuita hapo tufunze sasa maswali ni but ni huduma pia.
Yes.
Wanasema is it possible to convert a sole proprietorship to a company limited?
Yes, it is.
It is possible
because a sole proprietor niyo tunaita business registration name. So you can convert it. You just need to fill out a few forms and then you convert it now to a company. It is possible.
It is possible.
Yes, it is through the same BRS.
Yes. Okay, Mary. Yes. Kuna mtu hapa anataka kujua kama yeye anaweza ambia watu this company is registered. Anasema registered a cleaning company na niko na tax. Kwanza nafurahia sana watu wana register makampuni. Anasema ameregister company, iko na tax compliance, PIN certificate and AGPO and it's a business company. What else should I have? Ama hizo ziko sawa?
Ako sawa. He can do business. Ako sawa, those are the main requirements. By the moment turnover imepiga 5M, lazima alipe taxes.
Alipe taxes.
Yes.
Nice one. So you are advising hata kijana
ule
anafikiria business ako nayo ni viable, ama anataka ku-own kitu na anapenda watu wakwe legal, wakwe serious entities. Tuende kwa group sasa. Unakuta tunaambia watu kitu kama Hustler Fund for example, unafahamu kwa group. Kuna time tulikuwa tunaforma group mtaani tukule doza NGOs. Of course intention ilikuwa watu walitunyausa, by the way. People made themselves very rich with that initiative and I will not want us to go that direction because ni kuiba. Some of them wako na mavitu but they are not waliiba. So a group right now nimepata na maboys wa 5 wa 6. Tumesema mtu wangu wewe naona unajua kuongea, unaweza kuwa the mouth of this initiative. Wewe ni msee wa ku design, unaweza kuwa designer. Like umepatana different people. Sasa hivi jana wanapatana wanafanya vitu kama hizo. How do they go about now bringing this particular ideas into a company or ama unaweza advice pia waanzie kwa the business name registration wakiendelea, but is it different from the individual?
No, it's not. You see, when the Companies Act 2017 came into play, ilikubalia that you can do businesses that are not related. So unaweza kuwa unauza mahindi na mimi na pika chipo, but you have a company. Because you see previously there was a law ilikuwa inaitwa Cap 486. Under it ilikuwa you must do a business that is incidental to your objectives. But today you can register a company na mlist all these objectives. So that Karis ni wa kuimba, huyu ni wa kufanya hii, huyu ni wa kufanya hii, it is allowed. Yes, so they can register a company. Yes.
Somebody is asking if 5 million tunaongelea ni annually ama...
Yes, it's an annual turnover.
An annual turnover.
Yes, ukiangalia kila kitu yenye mmefanya kwa hiyo kazi yenyu unafika 5 million and above.
So unajua
hapo KRA lazima wachukue kitu.
KRA itawakuta.
Yes.
Mary, let me bring this chini kabisa, tumeenda sana. Ni nini biashara gani Mary mtu aweze register? Acha ni eke negative kidogo. Mimi nafikiria mtu anaanza, hata mtu wa mayai anaweza fikiria around ku register kitu kama hiyo, ama kuna biashara zenye unaweza tu do bila kufikiria ku register or not?
I think it is good to register. I would advise watu wa register. Hata kama ni hiyo kuuza mayai, you see umeweka hiyo 950 and you have a certificate. That certificate can do you wonders. Siku moja unaweza pata government place wanataka mayai and you would present that certificate as opposed to me coming as an individual niseme naweza waletea nini mayai. Ukikuja kwa ofisi na hiyo certificate useme I can bring mayai and everything, inaweza letwa. All businesses can be registered except zenye zimekuwa declared by the law.
Kama gani ko declared by the law?
Kama prostitution, you can't register that one. Crime, wezi register wezi. Yeah, and so such things.
Kampuni ya kupigana ngeta.
Yeah, so wezi, cheating, vitu kama hizo wezi. So it has to be something that is legal and something that is allowed within the Republic of Kenya.
So if you want to be taken serious, be the serious guy.
Yes, have a paper. Yes, have a certificate.
Wow. Hata mimi nitaenda kufanya mambo zangu. And somebody just appreciating your presentation, anasema very profound, very profound presentation. Wow. So Mary,
yes, Karis,
tukuja hapa kwa talents. Vijana wengi saizi wako na talents. Msee naimba, ama creativity, msee amecome up na I think music na nini talent tutaifanya different na different sitting because it around inaenda around registration and all these things and rights. But nataka tuongele patenting.
Yes.
How does patenting work?
Patenting, it means it's an intellectual property right. So it means it's something that wewe ndo umediscover. It's your own innovation. So ninaimba or rather ninachora. This is my drawing. This is something that has come from my mind. So I want to patent it. Nataka isemekane ni anani, ni yangu. So this one you register it differently, not as a company. You go to KIPI. KIPI. Kenya Institute of KIPI. I can't remember the PIS of PI KIPI. So you go to KIPI, you get registered, and then you given a patent certificate. So once you have that, mtu akiitumia, then anakuo. You can sue them. I think we've seen this on social media. Mtu anacheza music ya mtu.
Kenya Industrial Property Institute.
Yes, Kenya Industrial Property Institute, KIPI, yes. So you go to KIPI, you get registered. Yes.
So once you're registered, mtu hawezi
guza. It becomes your property. It becomes your property. You see, that's another also benefit. Imagine you're registered a company. Under that company, you're also doing music. So it means this is also your property. So mtu hawezi fanya nini, hawezi guza. It's the property of the company. So ukiguza, mtu anaenda kotini ya kusu and you have to pay them damages. It's very serious, by the way. Very serious.
Does it go now to copyright or something?
Yes,
copyright.
It does. It's very serious because today, kama if you're the one who has drawn something, na unipate nimehang in my office and it's something that you have registered it with KIPI, it's your property, then you can sue me. It's very, very serious. Yes, it is.
So ukinunua image,
yes,
so clients wako protected aje, ama just somebody who doesn't know, how are they protected if mtu anaweza una kitu kwako na asemeni yangu na labda register na akustaki?
I think you just need to be careful na mtu anakuzia, so that
kwa barabara tunauziwa images mtu wangu,
so that mwenye anakupatia at least akoshua ni property yake.
Na vile tunazibai huko kwa njia unashangaa mpaka unauliza mse alichoraje kitu kumbe maybe unaweza kuona jifunga na ujui.
Yes, so I would also encourage, if you have a talent, niyo kuchora, you're singing, as in you're doing something using your brain, your hands and everything, get it registered. It will pay.
Wow.
Yes, it will pay.
Nasikia pia kuna watu initiatives zao na nilikuwa naona mtu akisema kitu kama kiondoo Kiondo tunajua ni yetu, lakini ukiwezi ukapata ent kama Kenya, it's not a Kenyan thing. I think sijui ni mchana.
No, it's not. I think Kiondo inaweza shonwa pali popote unless sasa nishone nimeregister a company na shona Kiondo zinaitwa Karis, then nipate wewe umeshona ingine umeweka Garis umetenchike ika kwa G, so hapo unaweza kushtaki.
Miri, asante for coming through. And I think any young man when you're tuned in, even the older generation who are asking about, maybe tuliyafungua 2010 nini, I think imekuwa conversation ni worth having, because I also desire people now to do things. JK in a place yenye unaonekana you are a serious person, in form of what you're doing. You say mimi nafanyanga hii biashara na hii ni idea yangu na ndio hii certificate hata nime register. Na unajua tunaomba ifike hiyo 5 million. Kaisari pia hapo Kaisari. And even lenders take you seriously. They're like, this guy kuna mali anaenda, because there are some places utaingia hata una sell idea, wanakuuliza have you registered this, and they're like in their mind they're like 950 to umekataa umeshindwa, and then inapia like you're not a serious person. And when you're talking about self-employment, these are the things we need to do. Wow. Any parting word on the conversation we've just had?
My parting words would be, if you have something, register it. If you have an idea, register it. Even to professionals, if you're a lawyer, register your law firm. You can also register your law firm through the business registration name. It doesn't have to be a company. Same to doctors, same to each and every one of us. That certificate is very, very, very important, because people will be dealing with a legal entity as opposed to dealing with an individual, and it presents some form of security. So get registered, do business.
Wow.
Yes.
So if you allow me, Minri, I can have you again on Tuesday. We talk about copyright because I know vijana kwa mtandao hata hii TikTok na Instagram na Facebook na YouTube, vile wase wana earn around it, even how to monetize. Inakaga statement easy, but ni work kwa mtu wajui vile inaenda. So if you can create time for me next week, naweza shukuru sana.
Why not?
To have your conversation. Because if people are making money out of these things, if people are displaying their talents out there and something is coming through, it's worth having the knowledge. Know that this is how it's supposed to be done. Ikienda hivi, then I can actually follow up and do that. Nashukuru sana bro for coming through. And you can always get Mary if you need advice on such conversations. Julius Mary, I think next week we will give even your information so that and people are appreciating. Asante sana.
Thank you for having
at least somebody had registered and Shanghai nilifanya nini. Now they're like, okay, it means something.
Yes.
Thank you bro.
Thank you.
Wow. And if you are following this conversation or you want to share